The motivational powerhouse who's ready to ignite our enthusiasm. I would like to welcome Mr. Suresh Semwal from Possiblers. Mr. Semwal is the co-founder of Possiblers and an internationally acclaimed motivational speaker, certified leadership coach, management trainer, and an author. In the last 3 decades, he had worked with 600 plus corporate clients across the globe through 600 programs. Welcome, Mr. Semwal. The stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Young is the one who believes my best is yet to come. And who is old, whose best has already happened. Have you not heard in North India, दिन तो वो थे हमारे ज़माने में, अब आप ओवर टाइम में चल रहे हो. Okay, good afternoon everyone. Namaste. I've been doing trainings for the last 24 years now. So this kind of room is something which I see on a daily basis, but what is different today is I don't see my fraternity friends in these many numbers sitting as an audience. So I welcome you all and I'm very happy to be amongst fraternity friends. You're all trainers, right? Are you trainers? Yes, all right. If you are trainers, you understand trainer needs support. Will you support? Yes, very good. Because I am sure by now, because I've been doing it for the last 24 years, I have seen as trainers, you and I can only teach if the participants are willing to learn. Would you agree? Can you say aloud yes? Yes? A little bit more? Yes. Is this your best yes? Yes? Generally, you will find as trainers, you need to really put in a lot of effort to bring out the best in people. I am okay to put a little more effort with others, but when you are already trainers, I am sure you should be more supportive. Will you support? Yes. You just heard good things about me, but what you did not know, what you do not know is I am a happily married person, as all married people say. Right? I am born and brought up in Delhi, not by choice, it just happened. I live in a joint family, and when I'm saying joint family, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, my joint family constitutes 15 members. It's not like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore joint families nowadays. If husband and wife live together, they are considered to be joint family, right? So I live in a real traditional joint family, and why I'm sharing it with you is that, as a trainer, going in a training room and impressing people, teaching people, training people is relatively easier than impressing your own family members, right? And being in their company all the time and still getting some respect. Before I get into my talk's subject, I have a question. I'm sure all of us who are in the speaking profession, we all have an innate need, and that is we want to be respected. Is that correct or incorrect? Yes. Come on, say aloud, yes. Yes. We all want to be respected, right? Tell me, where is it easy to be respected? In the outside world or in your own home? इज्जत कमाना कहाँ आसान है? Am I hearing right? Somebody said कहीं भी नहीं. Ladies and gentlemen, I can only tell you what I feel, and I can be 100% wrong, but I believe getting respected in the outside world is relatively easier than getting respected at home. घर पे मेरी तो ऐसी कोई खास इज्जत नहीं है, आपकी मुझे नहीं पता, right? Because whatever little respect I get, ladies and gentlemen, I am getting it outside. And I am getting all that respect, whatever I get, is because of my profession. Because I am in this wonderful profession where people pay you to listen to you, right? So, you all have chosen to be trainers. Let me tell you, there is no luxury of life that you cannot have if you are a good speaker, a good trainer. So, you have chosen a wonderful profession. I've been doing it for the last 24 years, enjoying like hell, and I'm very excited to talk to all of you for the next 2 hours. Are you ready? Hey, come on, are you ready? You can do much better. And I can understand, you must be getting trained since morning, so I can understand. Energy levels can go a little low. That I can understand. But then at the same time, you need to cooperate. So can I ask you to do one quick activity, if you don't mind that? Will that be okay if I ask you to stand up and move around? Will that be okay? All right. Can I request you, please leave your chair. I want you to go in this room, find out 20 people whom you do not know. Go there, introduce yourself, do a high 10 with those 20 people whom you do not know. Just randomly pick up 20 people you do not know. Come on, go. Stand up, leave your chairs. Go to 20 people you do not know. Do a high five, introduce yourself. And can we have some music, please? Hi, Suresh. Hi, Suresh sir. Pleasure. Pleasure, sir. Pleasure. Hello to you. Pleasure, sir. Pleasure. High 10. Yeah. Wonderful. Please come back. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Thank you. I think training in today's era, because of this advent of internet and especially YouTube and Reels, it has become very difficult and challenging for trainers to impress others nowadays. Because there is hardly any story or joke that other people have not already heard. So it becomes very difficult that what kind of activity should you do which others have not done already. So we are living in a time where trainers need to really pull up their socks and keep coming up with new strategies to connect with their audience. My little understanding, and I've been fairly successful at it, my simple understanding is before you even start thinking what you want to communicate, the first thing a trainer needs to learn and do is first connect. If I am not able to connect with my audience, trust me, I cannot communicate, I cannot correct. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever come across any Indian who does not like his mother or her mother? Have you come across anyone who hates his mother? Ever? No. But have you come across some people who may not have that same kind of admiration towards father? Fathers can be hated, fathers can be disliked, but you have never seen any mother being hated or disliked. Can you tell me why is that? Mothers have better connection. Fathers correct, mothers connect. How many of you have kids below the age of 6, 7? All right. So I'm sure you must have seen that nowadays even feeding these kids is hell of a job. Because they don't sit at one chair and eat. They roam around and they go to all places and you got to run behind them to feed them. Only mothers are capable of showing this much of flexibility. Indian father, incapable. Right? And have you seen sometimes mother would request that, hey, jara aap isko khana khila do. And the father's typical response, तुझे भी मना किया इसकी आदत खराब ना कर. भूख लगेगी खुद खाएगा. And when that kid listens to this कि जब भूख लगेगी खुद खाएगा तो उसको समझ नहीं आता कि ये आदमी घर में आता क्यों है. Why is this person so important? Because for a kid, mother is sufficient. Father is extra. By the time by the time kids become 13, 14 years of age, only then they realize कि oh no, my goodness, he is also the most important person in family. उससे पहले तो उसको लगता है माँ is sufficient. Why? Because Indian fathers generally focus more on correct rather than connect. So as trainers, I guess our first job is learn how to connect. And if I'm able to make that connection, then communication relatively becomes easier. Would you agree? And I'm sure you would also agree that learning is not trainer-driven, it is trainee-driven. Have you not heard even some managers and you also, I have told you 1,000 times but you still don't understand. In North India, in Hindi, we say, तुझे 1000 बार समझाया फिर भी तेरी समझ में नहीं आता. Tell me, if you have said something 1,000 times and the person still does not understand, by now you should have understood that this particular approach is not working. वो 1000 बार समझाया नहीं समझ में आया तो अब तक आपको समझ जाना चाहिए था ना कि ऐसे नहीं समझाना है. लेकिन हम भी तो हाई लेवल के होते हैं, एक बार और समझा रहा हूं, 1001 हो जाएगा, कुछ होगा थोड़ी. So instead of, complaining, blaming that people don't understand, I got to relook at the way I am communicating. Would you agree? Please say aloud a yes if you agree. Thank you very much. Trainer बंधुओं, अगले trainer की पीड़ा समझा करो. This kid is asking you a question. Are you guys feeling excited? I'm not just asking about right now. I'm asking you that as trainers, as teachers, as transformers, do you feel excited about your life every day? When you wake up in the morning, do you feel that, wow, that one more day, आज फिर training पे जाऊंगा, फिर office जाऊंगा? Do you have that excitement? Or do you start like, ओ तेरी, फिर 7 बज गए. Today again I have to go to work. I think for you and I, that is not an option. A trainer got to be excited. Because if you are not excited, you will not be able to communicate that excitement to your participants. So to remain excited, whether you need to take B12 shots, vitamin D deficiency, vitamin C deficiency, or any other deficiency you need to take care, you got to take care of that. Because until and unless you have energy, you won't be able to give your ideas to other people. Would you agree? थोड़ा ऊंचा बोलो. ये नहीं चलेगा. This kind of energy levels of trainers will not work. He is going for training. Can we have sound on this? All right, start. So, as you have seen, this is not the way to go to work. ये तरीका ठीक नहीं है. But some trainers, for God knows what reason, they lack energy. And then they say कि लोग समझते नहीं हैं. लोग समझते नहीं हैं, लोग समझ गए हैं. क्यों? What do you see here? क्या दिखता है? कुछ तो दिख रहा होगा. What do you see? Huh? An animal. What is it now? A bird. Looks like a bird. If you actually look at it carefully, it's the same image. It's the same image, but looks different. Why? We have changed the angle. We have changed the angle, and this is what we do as trainers. We help people to look at the same thing differently. We help them to look at their job with more excitement. We help them to understand that, hey, customer is important, right? Customer is the king, customer is this and that. We got to help them to look at the same thing from a different angle. But for that, I need to think different angles. Only then I can help them to change their angles. Let me help you. What do you see now? Huh? Ravana and Sita ji. Where is it written, Ravana Sita? It is written in our software. For Indians in this kind of a pose, only Ravana Sita ji came. This cannot be a lady and a sage. It's Ravana and Sita. Why? Old memory, old way of working, old way of thinking. So the right answer, universally right answer will not be Ravana and Sita. The universally right answer is a lady and a sage. But why everybody, wherever you show this kind of a picture in India, people would say Ravana and Sita. Why? Because we have been programmed that way. So if you show this kind of a picture, you are communicating a message that, hey, there can be a different perspective too. So you need to create such kind of slides, such kind of pictures. You got to think and create. Only then you can connect with your audience. Otherwise, it's just a dry message. It does not go well nowadays, okay? Can I request all of you, please write your name on your pads. Just write your name. If you are done already, then please write your name again with your other hand. दूसरे हाथ से लिखिए. Okay. Done? So कौन से हाथ की handwriting better है? The first one, right? Tell me, both these hands went to same school and college, yes or no? So why one hand is literate and the other hand is acting as an illiterate hand right now? We have not practiced writing with our left hand. But this left hand, does it have the potential to write? Hey, come on, a louder yes? This has potential to write. But still hanging like an illiterate hand because we have not used it for writing purpose. However, we have been using it for many other things. Do you think God gave us this hand for those miscellaneous things only? But because we have practiced it for miscellaneous things only, we assume. However, this hand has a lot of unutilized potential, ladies and gentlemen, provided we work on it. Right? So, every trainee of yours has potential. They got to see that. And our job is to help them to realize that potential. For that, you got to think different, think better. I'm sure some of you must have heard a story about an archer. An archer was in a public gathering, showing his archery skills. And he was such a good archer that every time he used to hit the target in the middle. So the public which was gathered there to watch his skills, they were really, happy about it. They were cheering him up. But in that same gathering, there was a gentleman who was not getting impressed at all. So whenever he used to hit the bullseye, everybody is clapping, but this man says, what is so special in it? What is so special in it? So Archer, when he heard this comment every now and then, he did not like it, of course. So when his show got over, he went to this fellow and he said, "Sir, can you do it?" He said, "No." So then the archer said, "Then what were you saying throughout that what is so special in it? What is so special in it?" He said, "I was just saying what is so special in it? It is just a matter of practice. It is just a matter of practice." So the archer smiled that, okay, some people, keep talking. So this man told the archer that, "Hey, can I show you something?" So archer got surprised. He said, "What do you want to show me?" He said, "Come with me." Now this fellow works at an oil shop. He's a normal, ordinary worker, and his job is to pour oil from big containers to small bottles. Then a manual job. So he picks up a big container of oil. From this height, he pours oil directly into smaller bottles, but without spilling a drop of oil. And he, pours those 10, 12 bottles in a jiffy. So the archer gets impressed that, "Wow, you're not spilling a drop of oil, and what a speed you have." He said, "Wow, you are great." And this fellow says, "No, there is nothing special in it. It is just a matter of practice." So the moral of the story, it does not matter whether you practice archery. It does not matter whether you practice pouring oil in the bottles. It does not matter what you practice. Whatever you practice, you become excellent at it. Ladies and gentlemen, have you not seen some people, they are excellent in being dukhi? Have you seen some people, you put them in any condition, they are unhappy. We all, when we, landed on this planet, we were all crying, by the way, just for your information. We all came crying. But the problem with some people, they have not stopped. They've been complaining. Since the time they have come, they have been complaining. Complaint number 1, I did not get right parents. मुझे माँ बाप ढंग के नहीं मिले. And I have been always telling these people that if you did not get right parents, why don't find right mother-in-law and father-in-law? But then they say that the right in-laws don't choose me. So इनके साथ बचपन से गलत हो रहा है. They did not get the right set of parents. They did not go to right set of teachers. The schools were not okay. Chief Minister not okay. Prime Minister not okay. No weather is okay. Summers are too hot. Winters are too chilly. All right? And rainy season, of course, I get drenched. So I don't like it. So for some people, there is no weather okay, no person okay. They were unmarried, they were unhappy. They got married, more unhappy. Right? They were not having children, they were of course unhappy. Now that they have children, they realize their mistake. Right? They were unemployed, they were unhappy. The day they got employment, they are more unhappy. Phir office jana hai. Hey, have you not seen some people are only excited in the beginning of everything? The first job, excited. They reach 15 minutes early. And if the boss tells them that, "Hey, you will be getting tough targets," "No problem, sir. That's why I've been hired, sir." "Okay, and your bosses will be very tough. They are too demanding." "No problem, sir. That is how one learns, sir." And the same fellow, after 3 months, कैलेंडर में छुट्टी ढूंढ रहा होता है. 15 अगस्त की छुट्टी मारी गई, संडे को पड़ गया था. Now what happened? दुखी रहने की आदत हो गई है. So some people are good at complaining. Some people are very good in blaming. Some people are very good in giving wonderful excuses. And so whatever they keep doing, they become very good at it. So what we need to tell our participants that if you want to improve something, you need to practice. It will not happen in a day. Any habit that you and I have today, anything that you and I are good at, we have paid a lot of attention. We have practiced so much. So therefore, don't expect that in the one training program, after one training program, you will become good at something. You got to practice. So ladies and gentlemen, what I'm telling you is, communicating idea has to be nowadays a little bit more engaging as well as thought-provoking. Let me ask you a question. And let's see, how much do you think? Okay. What is the difference between young and old other than the age? Experience, very good. What else? Thoughts. What is the difference in thoughts of a young person and an old person? Energy, very good. What else? Oh, okay, tell me, do we have young people in this room or old people or confused people? Yes, what else is the difference? Come on. Huh? Fate. वो तो कलर हो जाता है यार. हाँ. What else? Come on. Grasping power. What else? Energy. Patience. What else? Saving skills. Saving skills. Willpower. Yes, sir. Age is just a number. I agree, sir. फर्क क्या है? और क्या फर्क है? नंबर का तो कोई फर्क नहीं है. एक्सपीरियंस का फर्क है. अच्छा, आपको पता ना, एक्सपीरियंस बड़ा डिसेप्टिव वर्ड है. It's so deceptive, damn it. Some people, मुझे 25 साल का तजुर्बा है. अबे ठीक है, 1 साल का तजुर्बा है, 24 साल दोहराया है. समझ आई? You know, it's very deceptive. You know, because if you're repeating one thing every year, it's not 25 years of experience. 1 year experience, repeated 24 years. It is just a matter of practice. What else? Come on. Perseverance, sir. Very good. और last में, हाँ, जो भी बोला ठीक ही बोला होगा, तूने ट्रेनर है. ठीक है. हाँ, planning. Very good. शाबाश. Very good. What else? हाँ? थॉट प्रोसेस. वही तो पूछ रहा हूं गुरुदेव, थॉट प्रोसेस में क्या फर्क है? लॉजिकल थिंकिंग. कैसी बात कर रहा है यार? कैसी बात कर रहा है? Hey, how many of you did love marriage? हाँ, लव मैरिज. कौन कह रहा है लॉजिकल थिंकिंग करते लोग? अबे लॉजिक से कभी प्यार हुआ है? तभी तो बाद में शादी के 10 साल बाद आदमी कहता है मेरी अकल पे पत्थर पड़ गए थे, अंधा हो गया था. सो इट्स नेवर लॉजिकल थिंकिंग, बाय द वे, इट्स इमोशनल थिंकिंग. हाँ, और क्या फर्क है यंग और ओल्ड में? एंड टेल मी, आर वी ऑल यंग और ओल्ड? कम ऑन, यंग वाली आवाज में तो बोलो भाई. दूसरे को यकीन नहीं हो रहा आप यंग हो, आपको तो होना चाहिए. सो आर वी यंग और ओल्ड? यंग और ओल्ड? आप देखो इस आवाज का ना 1-2 लोगों पर असर हो गया. वो कह रहा मैं भी यंग, राइट? Hey, come on, all the answers are correct answers. We are trainers, we can't be wrong, right? Young is the one who is optimistic. Young is the one who believes my best is yet to come. And who is old, whose best has already happened. Have you not heard in North India, दिन तो वो थे हमारे ज़माने में, अब आप ओवर टाइम में चल रहे हो. So anybody whose best days are gone and future looks bleak, anybody who has lost hope is old, even if your age is 24. Have you not seen some people at the age of, so-called young, 26 years of age, 2 breakups, breakdown. दिल टूट गया, दुनिया रहने लायक नहीं लग रही. ओ गुरुदेव, कैसी बातें कर रहा है? Young is the one who believes my best is yet to come. How many of you have heard the name Devanand? Devanand? Oh man, this man died at the age of 89. And I saw one interview which he gave at the age of 85. And in that interview, one reporter asked Devanand Sahab that, Mr. Devanand, why don't you stop making movies now? So Devanand said, what is your problem? He said, I don't have a problem, sir, but these were your last 10 movies. And then he, shared the names of those movies. And he said, all these 10 movies were super flop movies. So now you should stop making movies. Devanand, when he heard all the names of his last 10 flop movies, he smiled. There was a smile on his face and he said, oh, I am glad somebody even remembers the names of these movies. He said, you want to talk to me about movies? Talk to me about my next movie. And I am excited about its release. Age 85, excited about next release. Last 10 super flops. And the person says, my best is yet to come. How can you call this person old person? Kyun, sir? So from this perspective, all of us in this room, anybody who is in the profession of learning and sharing is always young. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So are you young, sir?
Yes, sir.
Your best is yet to come. When you go back from here, tell your families too. That, hey, my best is yet to come. They might say, we've been waiting a very long time. So young is the one who believes my best is yet to come. Can I request you, wherever you're sitting right now, on the same table, I want you to do a high five with your team members and say louder, my best is yet to come. Come on, do it. With everyone. My best is yet to come. Hemant.